Hey guys, Sledgehammer70 here, and today I want to talk about some of the things you should think about when buying a first-year car. Now, for the 6th Gen Camaro, not only is it a first-year car for the Camaro, but it's also built at a brand new plant. So the 5th Gen was built up in Canada for all the years that it was in production, but GM had swapped where the car was being produced and brought it back to Lansing in Michigan, and that's where our 6th Gen Camaros are being built now. But with the release of a new model comes all sorts of stuff. New manufacturing, new vendors, new everything. Every part in this car. I think GM announced like the only thing that crossed over from the 5th Gen are the SS badges. So everything's new. You know, this car is a brand new platform in regards for Camaro, same with the drivetrain. So with that, there are some growing pains. Now, GM did do your standard QC hold on the first weeks of cars that were created. They were put on hold. They fixed any issues that propped up. But there's been tons of service announcements or messages for miscellaneous issues like radio, differential fluid not being all the way filled up, toe links not working or cracking. You have your fuel pickup line, which was an actual recall on all the early Camaros. So for those of you who aren't aware, GM does have a website where you can simply plug in your VIN number and track all of this content. Now, that website's only going to track official recalls for your car and not service bulletins. I encourage everyone out there to keep in contact with your dealer at least once a month or more if you so feel desired or compelled, and hit them up and ask them if there's any new service bulletins for your 2016 Camaro. They should have your VIN on file. They should be able to look up and see if anything that has come across the board. Now, I know there's quite a few service bulletins out there, differential stuff. There was the exhaust issue with the rattle. There was the toe link cracking issue. And then for recalls, I know there's only one that I'm aware of, and that's the fuel or the oil pickup line in the oil pan that can cause your engine to starve for oil. And it hasn't been a huge problem where cars have actually like broken or have had major catastrophic issues, but again, these are things that GM is announcing and things that you should stay up on. So with that in mind, this video is very much just stay up to date, you know, be in the know. But the big thing is this is a brand new production year, so all these kind of things are going to happen. They usually do happen within this first 6 months to year of these cars coming off the line. And it's a growing pain, and us as early adopters, we kind of take on the growing pains that these cars will have or potential issues that they could have down the road. Now, one, we have our warranties in place, which is great. GM is going to honor those warranties. They're going to fix issues, all that kind of stuff. Now, if you're a guy who wants this car and you're going to go tune it and mod it and do all that stuff, you might have some problems down the road, and that's a risk you take by buying a first-year model. You know, people who are on the fence or don't want to deal with a lot of the major issues, usually you'll want to wait until like the new 2017 cars are already starting production and coming off the line. These cars should have none of the issues that the first run year had. So it's kind of something we sign up for. I mean, a lot of us are super eager and excited to get a new car. Some of us are just big cheerleaders for Camaro in general, and we wanted the first ones. And, you know, those are, by being in those classes of group, and I'll raise my hand, I'm one of them, you're going to run into these problems. And to get upset and frustrated and mad is just kind of silly in my opinion. Like, yes, GM should be on point and should make a perfect car no matter what, but you know what? There's like hundreds of thousands of parts in this vehicle behind me. You never know which one had an awkward material or something wasn't done right or some Joe Schmo wasn't trained properly and didn't check a specific valve, or who knows. Like, there's so many different things that could be human error, and it's part of the game. And it sucks. I know there are some issues that people have had. They've had catastrophic failures, engine replacements already on these 6 gens, but it's such a small percentage of people. It's like they're not massively crazy issues that are affected by everyone. And every vehicle coming off a line I don't care if it's Ferrari, I don't care if it's McLaren, Porsche, all the way down to Honda, all the different companies, they do have a specific point of failure that all their cars are going to have. There's going to be problems, there's going to be issues. So there's more so in first year production cars no matter what, but overall, I mean, I think I just making this video just word of advice, like, if you get a first year vehicle, understand that you probably could run into some issues. And if you're not someone who is willing to deal with that or put up with that, then just don't get the car yet. You know, wait on, I know it's hard, but sit on the sidelines and wait and stand by. But for those of you who have been in it since day one and are understanding, yeah, it's frustrating. You don't get your car for maybe a week or so here and there, but do know GM is trying their best to fix it across the board. At least that's my hope and prayer, that they do that. But yeah. So let me know what you guys think. You know, what are your thoughts on buying first year cars? What has been your experience across the board? What issues have you run into with your brand new Camaro? I know with my original car, it had major paint problems. They replaced the car. So let me know what you guys think. Post in the comments below. As always, thanks for the subscribes, the likes, the shares, everything, guys. You guys are awesome. I appreciate you guys being a part of the channel and watching the videos. Let me know if this content or videos was useful for you. And as always, I will see you guys on the road, hopefully.